She was in
Emma?
She's not up here.
Oh.
You do! You have good credit.
Yeah, come on up. All right. Any questions? Yes.
So, like, what sort of inspired the writing process for this? Kind of exploring this idea. I love the way that it kind of turns into American Psycho, but how you kind of take this life in Office Space and sort of twist it from the comics to what you show.
Okay. So much like with all of my writing, there ends up being nuance, but I had no idea I was doing any of that while I was doing it. I was just like, hey, funny Garfield murder thing. Which actually started as just a little sticky note that we found in the back of a discarded notebook. And all it just said was, guy gets handed stack of papers, laughs, cries, then screams. And that's it. And then just through kind of goofing around, we came up with the idea of it being Garfield, and it got set in office because while I was writing this, I was, or this might have been after I had already quit full-time work, I had been doing logistics for like 6 years in offices where I was undervalued, underpaid, not taken seriously, given more work than I should have been responsible for, and it was just kind of driving me nuts. So I eventually quit to do this. Instead of murder one of my coworkers. Well, my boss did get arrested. No, they did not. No, they did not. That is not admissible. No, but yeah. So, like after it was kind of done and filmed and everything, while we were editing, it kind of like came like, oh, I wrote this because of me. So that's where I came from with it. As far as like inspiration, like from acting wise goes, let me kind of add on to that question and go, Garth, Adam, what was kind of your approach to the role?
What?
He knew that budget would be big.
Yeah, I was sick of lasagna. It only made one fucking appearance.
Make two.
Two. I ate it once.
I ate it every time we have it.
I don't know.
And Austin tried it for the first time, let's say.
I did.
Was your first time having lasagna?
That was my first time having lasagna.
Just to add on to that question, how was lasagna? It was actually. Thanks. No, it was weird. It was my first time ever doing anything sort of on screen. I've been doing shows here at this theater since I was like 8. So it was kind of fun it was hard to not look at the camera. I guess inspiration, maybe like if Chris Farley was an American Psycho, like I'd probably I'd draw that line there. Or maybe John Goodman. I think John Goodman would be a good draw. Thanks.
What was kind of your approach to your role?
Well, I went to high school with Adam, so it's always been a dream to be murdered in an alley by him. And whenever it came to channeling my inner normal, I just kind of thought about, well, I already like to irritate Adam, so now I get to do it for fun, and I get recorded. So that was really my approach. Whenever it came to getting in character, again, I like to annoy Adam, so it was pretty easy to do. And then again, getting murdered in an alley, especially off the bucket list, and I'm still here talking, so I'm one of the few people who can say that now.
Oh, no! Inner voices, everybody. Emma, what was your approach to pointing them out?
Yeah, so it was like really intensive. I prepped for like a few weeks. Actually, I thought about it. No, in all seriousness, I was there the last day of filming, and they said, "Hey, you're the only person that hasn't been on screen yet," and I said, "Okay." So yeah, but that was fun. That's officially my first film project I've ever been in that wasn't like
film
a show project. So yeah, that was cool.
Weren't you just like dropping off a pair of boots or something?
I was with him. We were dropping off boots for you, and then we just stayed, and so then I ended up in the movie. So.
Which was great because I had to give back the shirt I was wearing that was hers.
Yes.
It's all worked out.
And Chelsea, same question to you.
Well, I mean, I'm just me in real life, so I just kind of took that inner meanness and just pulled it out as my typecasted role.
During the credits, she leaned over to me and said, "Well, you spelled my name right, so that's something." I literally, in one movie where she's credited like 15 times, I misspelled her name once in a hurry.
And then put it on
Never
Blu-ray.
gonna hear the
And
end
then
of
put
it.
it on Blu-rays and sold it and never
Yes.
sold it. So like, anyway. So it was really just like a natural performance for me. No, I loved Garfield growing up, and Arlene was always a character that like, her and Garfield was always like on again and off again, on again, off again, and like, she was one of the characters that no one really cared about. When she was there, and then she was gone. Like it was like, who's Arlene? So I just kind of wanted to bring out like a little bit of cattiness to it to kind of bring more of that comparison there, and it worked.
Greg, Mr. Arnold.
Well, for starters, I thought about different movies that had horrible bosses, like Horrible Bosses itself, and I just kind of took some evil traits from Kevin Spacey's character, and I thought to myself, well, this is nothing like John Arbuckle in the cartoon, so I mean, it seems like you just got to take him out of the equation, really.
Yeah.
So, and I just applied some kind of goofy elements of my personality, because that's what some of my favorite actors do. Like it seems like Kurt Russell and John Goodman and Dennis Quaid, all those guys, they can actually just put some of their own personality and show it in each one of their different characters. And that's, and I guess, just try to act normal and just to go with what the lines say. So.
Micah?
Detective.
Yeah, so I got my start in theater here back in '08. That's where I met Vinny actually, when he was getting his start. To prepare for the character, I had a pretty comedic straight role, so it was just, all right, do everything in your power to ignore the impulse to be a goofball. I'd read.
Yeah, and your character was kind of like,
The funny, like,
we needed a cop, and I wanted every character to kind of be based on somebody from Garfield, but there are no cop characters like with a name in Garfield.
do research.
But John Arbuckle has a buddy named Lyman, so I was like, I just reassigned his.
Yep.
Yeah, mostly I got into it so I could shitpost Garfield stuff in the chat.
Which he still do.
To this very day.
Drew.
Odie's just that weird, like, coworker nobody wants to talk to. And that's what I kind of drew as. Like, he does his job, but nobody really likes him. He's just weird.
I love that he thinks he's Garf's best friend.
Oh, yeah.
Very obliviously.
I think he thinks he's everybody's best friend.
All right. Any other questions from the audience? Yes, Marissa.
Are you guys gonna have like a part 2 and then maybe Garth will have like active Garfield with next cat? Like all this maybe or at his house, like his sidekick and crying?
Well, clearly Adam likes this. I do.
And we get.
You do have an orange cat. Okay, I didn't know that.
She's fat, and her name is Fat Mom.
You were meant to
So we could absolutely.
Well, there are some rules and some tenets that we're kind of sticking to right now. You never want to work with pets or children unless you absolutely have to. I mean, we just recently cast something that, like, ideally you would have teenagers in it, but I didn't want to deal with the labor laws involved in casting someone under 18 and have the parent on set the whole time and everything. It's very annoying. So maybe I'm not ruling it out. Adam, you'd have to keep your cat in check, all right?
Garfield 2.
I have flirted with the idea of there being more of these. That's kind of what that stinger at the end is. It's a funny joke, but at the same time, it also leads like, well, he's done one already, and Odie annoys him a lot. So,
You guys on the chopping block.
so he might be the next on the chopping block.
Or me. Cause I'm pretty mean.
Yeah.
He
So
might strangle me.
you never know, and maybe next time we just go straight horror with it.
I've had a taste.
Which I really
I've had a taste and I want more.
never get rid of that shirt though. That shirt's killer.
Yeah, Michael.
So, my question is, how, when you guys are out doing this movie, do you get around people pulling up and trying to figure out what the heck are you doing?
I get that a lot.
It happens. It definitely does happen. We just go rogue.
Right.
we just like, all right, we're showing up. This is the time we're showing up. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get away with it on some things, like the alleyway. You know, we didn't clear that with anyone, but you know, I don't even know who we would clear that with. Maybe the city. I know.
We did whenever we were doing the scene where I had to run towards the camera. We were just on the highway.
He was so nervous.
I was really nervous because I'm covered in blood on the side of the highway. So I did the take, and he was like, okay, can you actually try this one a little bit different? I was like, okay, fuck, I guess.
One more for safety.
We did it like 3 times and then one for safety.
Yeah.
And my fucking boot broke. I was running on bare concrete. What's it? On highways? Asphalt.
Yeah.
All the road.
We just recently posted a short or a reel or something of that wardrobe malfunction. And of course, the one wardrobe malfunction we have is a boot. Jesus. Hey, Marissa.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Like suggestions?
Sure.
Okay. What if, you know, like those little cat car seats? You get like a little cat car seat, like he's leaving his house to work, and he takes his boring cat to work, and it's like, people sign,
You know what?
Are you saying that the cat controls cars?
Mama controls cars.
I'm not.
Ratatouille.
I don't know.
Be like the basement house?
Yeah.
Also, my dad's
Another question of that character.
Just building off that, I'd love to see Odie's perspective as he sees Garth just go absolutely nuts. Like, just keep the head in and he's going, yes.
It's just silence, like talking to the cat.
Garth, we're not supposed to bring animals into the office, and then you and the cat just look at it.
That's one of the fun things now, because that was really the first time. Me and Drew were in a show together this past couple weekends here, and this was the first time we've actually got to interact a lot. We interacted some during the filming of this, but this is like the first time that we actually got to do this. I would love to just completely revisit that, because there'd be so much like underlying like,
I feel like Odie would be like, yes, dude!
Odie's just like a surprise accessory to one of the murders.
He accidentally helped me put himself into the situation.
He wasn't even invited, he just shows up.
He's like doing dishes in the background. Hey, Art.
I love it.
Any other questions?
Also, I do want to say, there are so many times that I was called Garth.
Sorry.
We have a blooper reel. We have another one that's going to be going up here soon on our Patreon for this. And in both blooper reels, there is a Garth montage. 2 separate Garth montages with no repeat. It was so weird.
Are you playing Garth Brooks songs while it's
We can't, but like, I would love to.
That's what I thought.
Because we'd have like a great take, and you go, damn it, I did it again.
It was.
All right, so I'm gonna go around the cast one more time and just favorite day on set, favorite scene, any other comments?
Pass. I don't know. This. Tell you my least favorite.
What was your least favorite?
My least favorite day was that.
first day. Because I was like I have a lot of you on Facebook. I was deep in alcoholism. I was. You could actually, you could see very good.
Because
After the first one, like
you
my
got
face was
clean in
completely.
between. Yeah.
Yeah. After that first part, I ended up going to rehab, and so that was the worst. But coming back was awesome because everybody was super accommodating and they were like, hey, I know we're gonna be doing this at a bar, but like if you want to have somebody hang out with you outside, completely feel free. It was just a really welcoming experience, and I'm glad to say that this upcoming Thursday, I'll be 9 months sober. So.
Hell yeah.
If you do, we're all just welcome in.
You like me.
So really like me. You're gonna hug me.
I'll kick you.
I'm gonna hug you anyway. No, but.
Yeah, awesome.
Really, it's a split for my favorite scene between the Steiners. Just not even because of the actual scene, just because of what went on behind the scenes. We had one very, very vocal man at the bar. He got to the point where he was standing on a stool reciting our lines, and he was having a time. And we're like, dude, we're trying to film here. Can you please just give us a break? And he's over here, I love this place. Just he's having the time of his life, and I'm like, I'm about to be the one to murder you.
Isn't that also the guy that afterwards he's like, hey, you guys see this movie?
Yeah. You guys just chat.
You guys do that one next. And I was like in the middle of the scene.
In the middle of a scene, he's like, let me buy all these guys around. And got right in the shot and was like, I want to buy these guys around. And like, he wasn't even drinking. He had water in it. It's so good.
He doesn't stop by the stage once you
Oh, he doesn't.
Because he thinks we're still filming.
You're recording your whole set.
He just
Emma, you were actually there for a couple days.
I was. My favorite was, sorry babe, when you got killed in the alley, purely because I helped Vinny and Travis with the blood stuff, and we had fake blood and what was it, cornstarch or something?
Yeah.
And I just remember Travis and I were trying to get the stuff off our hands, and we looked out on the ground. There was a pile of blood and cornstarch. It looked like blood and cocaine just all over the alley. And we had this moment where we just looked down at the ground and we looked at each other and we were like, oh God, we're gonna get arrested, aren't we? And so Austin's just laying on the gravel and he's like, are we filming again or should I get up? And I was like, I can't actually drag him because without hurting him on the gravel. And so we were just like, what if you just leave him there? Dead. And he's like, that works. So yeah, when Travis and I almost got arrested for drugs and murder was probably my favorite.
Now we should
I'm
say,
appalled.
we should say
I'm appalled about the cornstarch.
the blood is fake.
Yeah.
She referred to it as blood. It is a fake concoction. Come up with by Chelsea. Well,
The original one.
it's
you know,
more
did
expensive.
not have cornstarch in it because that is sacrilege.
We were using the cornstarch as a coagulant. It made sense at the time.
Just sticking in it. It's so hard. It's so hard. I think one of my favorite times being on set. It's hard. It's not even my scene. It's literally the scene where Garth and Odie, you get. But also, it was that thing because you fell so well. You fell so.
You were game. You just went for it.
We were like, you know, you sure be careful. You're just like, I got this. And you fell how many times? 5, 6. How
I
many times
had
you
the
did that?
largest bruise on my back.
So the dedication was absolutely phenomenal, but like,
When we started that shot, I was like, we're gonna do 1, maybe 2 takes. 6 takes later, I'm like, all right, I think we can move on. And then we got a great shot out of it, obviously, we saw that on the screen. But at the time, after the 6th one, I was like, I can't keep making him fall down like this. I just gotta use what I got. For whatever reason, I thought I didn't have this
That's when I
shot.
also took a lead fucking
Yes, that was also in the blooper.
so that's my favorite. Also, the amount of times you had me walk from the elevator, different types of trying to gauge the distance of how the papers.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
Because it was all about timing. I wanted her and Garth to pass by, and it all had to be like kind of synchronicity of like, yeah. Garth says, "Shut up." She walks by. She steps on the paper. It all had to be perfect, and it wasn't. The first like 5 or 6 times we did it, and then I was like, "Go back a little further."
I was walking like this. I was walking in like some heat. I'm mad. That's my character. She's just mad all the time. But I think that my favorite thing about doing all of this was putting the blood on his shirt.
Yeah, that was a good.
That was so much. Being able to paint it on it, that was a lot of fun.
I still have the picture from whenever we first did it.
Yeah,
It's brutal.
Unfortunately, we don't have the bloody shirt anymore. We wanted to keep it, but it got. I told you about this. It got moldy.
It did get moldy.
The blood attracted mold. So.
That wasn't my fault.
Right.
Oh boy, this is kind of difficult. Well, I'd say one of my favorite scenes was the first office scene for when I was being interrogated by Micah, and because it was really my first time acting on a film here. But I mean, I've done several shows on this stage for the past few years, but it was nerve-wracking the first time doing it on film. I didn't know how it was going to go, but other than that, I'm just going to say 2 more things about it. One of my one scene that I liked doing, but simultaneously was really nervous about doing, was the whole car scene. Okay, we were driving on the highway, and I was thinking, oh, wait, so but what if the take is not good and he wants to do it again? We're just going to have to keep going up and up and up and up the road, and I'm just thinking, how far are we going to go up? And what if we get bowled over? I mean, how are we going to explain all this stuff? But I mean, like,
we were in Adam's car.
Right. Okay.
I was laying in the back with a bloody knife.
At least I can honestly say, sir, I am not drunk. I am just plain drunk. Okay, that's it.
We'll use that next time. We'll let you know how that goes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just have someone in the back with a camera.
And one other scene that was I kind of liked doing, but I was nervous about, was the scene where I'm getting arrested.
Oh yeah.
And Mike was slapping the cuffs on me, and I'm pretty sure that a few times while we were out there filming in the parking lot, there were people at the hotel, like right across the street, watching us. And I don't know if they were watching me get arrested a couple times, and I'm thinking, oh crap, oh man, this is gonna definitely help my image in this community. Wow. I mean, like, I'm screwed.
It helps that there's a camera. And then we did it several times.
Okay, like what is it? This is like a scene of like cops. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
They're like, why'd this officer let this guy go?
What's not right?
It's all about the chase. Just let it go.
Mike.
All right, so to build on that arresting story, we did have one take that while I was dragging him off and reading his Miranda rights, his phone started going off.
Oh my God.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. Who the fuck is calling me? I forgot.
Didn't that happen a couple times?
Yes.
With your phone.
It happened in the office. Oh crap! I'm sorry. I had to keep it on.
Well, we're gonna hold it.
The whole movie.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Now you're really
And also, I like how well my character turned out, how intimidating he looked.
Yeah.
That bandage that looks like I got punched in the nose a few weeks
Which was
earlier.
his addition. Like, it was just something he goofed around with. I was like, I love it. Yeah, like, why does he have the bandage? We will never ask.
Should I tell them why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Acne. I broke out on my nose just that day. So I was scrambling through the bathroom mirror. Okay, I need to find a good bandage that's a good size. That's too small. That has Kirby on it. Perfect. Yeah. So that worked out well.
Yeah. Drew, how about you?
I've never done anything like this, so I'm a theater kid by heart, so this was like very strange and new for me, but I was very much welcomed. They didn't care I was saying Garth the whole fucking time.
Yes, we did.
Thank you for lying. Thank you. No.
I can't answer this question. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you still doing it?
He was.
Oh no, one of my favorite takes was when we were outside. I don't know what scene it was, but we were outside. And you could just see in the background the hotel workers taking off their
Yeah, it was a good day. I can't answer this question. I was never on set, so. I think my favorite day was the alley scene. Like trying to figure out the best way, because like we knew we were going to do the alley. We knew generally where we were going to go in the alley, but we kind of had to make up the shots on the fly. We knew some that we wanted, we just didn't know exactly how we were going to get them with the lighting and all that. And since I've learned that my portable power supply will let me use the lights on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I can use our lighting equipment on that, so we won't have that problem in the future. But it was very cool to like, just from a filmmaking aspect, to go like, okay, well, like, how do we get the shadow on the steel door? Like, how do we get that, like, just barely the hands coming in, and then you're just seeing in shadow everything happening.
It was also 1,000 degrees.
Oh yeah.
It was very hot. For all of
It was like in the middle of August.
Yeah. And then I also just love making all of you guys do the most annoying shit over and over and over and over again. Like screaming your head off when I told you we would do it maybe twice, and we did it about 6 times. Yeah, that's generally how it goes on set with me. But yeah, so that was some of my favorite stuff, was that alley. That alleyway. It was so goofy, very guerrilla, playing around. That's why I liked doing this. So that day was one of the main reasons I liked doing this. Okay, any other questions? All right, we will let you guys go. Thank you very much. You saw a couple of things. If you feel so moved, follow us on Patreon. We've got all the socials. And tell people about what you saw tonight, and encourage them to come to our other screenings. We've got 3 more. One next Saturday, one on Monday the 26th, and one on Thursday the 29th. So, all right, thank you very much. Oh, it's working now.
Cass, stay up and do their picture.
Yes, Cass, stay.
We're gonna have it and do it now before we all leave.